catch up to car number 2003.
Good luck, boys. Keep it clean. We are rolling. I got my cameras all set up.
We're only doing one pace lap, okay.
It is only one pace lap. All right, here we go, everyone. Getting ready for 100 laps at Autoclub Speedway with a full field of 7 IR18 cars. And we'll see what happens. Jarek Evans starting on pole, the 555. Joe DeMoisac to his outside. Second row, we got Luke Klesdick and Shane Burke. Third row, the boys, Rob Gronostowski, Groburkchan. And bring up the rear, Brent Smith. Probably not a bad place to be if we're being honest. One more time, I'll make sure I am live. Yes, we are live. All right. Pace car's getting ready to roll off. There he goes.
Okay, Dale, here we go.
Jarek's gonna wait for the green flag.
Go, go, go. 2 liters
And
left.
looks like everyone is off. Very clean start so far. Joe gets a bit of a better jump on the outside. Oh, there's a pace car. Shane's already looking to make it 3 wide on the outside. Turns 1 and 2. They're going to be 3 wide. Second row on back. Rob not sure where to go. He's going to stick with Shane on the outside. There's still about 3 wide here. Side by side for the lead with Joe and Jarek. That's going to be a tongue twister. Pretty even here. These guys should not break away from each other at all. It should maintain this pack the whole time through. Until probably inevitably someone makes a mistake and dies. Still side by side. I think Jarek led the first lap. Joe's hanging tough on the outside. Got Gavin behind him. Luke second row inside. Shane is falling back to third row inside. Not a bad spot to be. Rob third row outside. They're 2 by 2 for 3 rows deep. Brett in the back just looking to survive. Luke pulls ahead of Joe slightly, but Jarek's going to lead another lap here. 2 laps down, only 98 more to go.
Car in front has just posted a 32.92.
Side by side for third. Luke pulls ahead a bit. Gavin's staying in line with Jarek. Oh, not Jarek, Joe. Jarek moved up a little bit, scared Joe perhaps. Rob's looking to make it 3 wide. Seeing what he can do on the outside, nothing happening. Jarek's able to maintain the lead still. Joe's pushing hard on the outside. That one. Still give the lead to Jarek there on lap 3. Joe pulls even. Rob still rolling the outside there. Has no help, not much he can do. And everyone's just kind of testing the waters, I think, to see what the runs are like. Work on the timing. Rob's hanging tough out there by himself, though. And Joe just can't quite get the run he needs. Jarek with the shorter line around. Holding the lead here for the first 5 laps. Maybe 4. Surprised it hasn't gone single file yet. These guys are still pushing here. Shane behind Gavin, ducks out to the outside. He's got Rob behind him. They're going to be 3 wide. Almost 3 by 3 there. Somewhat sorted out. Still 3 wide. Second row on back. Gavin's pushing up. Almost 4 wide. Nope. Be able to clear in front of Shane. Shane probably lifted there. Smart move. Fanning out into the corner. Almost 4 wide again. Oh, Jarek lost a little bit of ground. Joe trying to make a move on the outside, but has no help behind him, but he's still able to clear him. Nice. Joe to the lead. Maybe Jarek's trying to save fuel. I don't know what the fuel situation is looking like. I did set it to 85% fuel capacity on these guys, so Joe was going to lead a lap here. He's got Jarek behind him flirting with that apron. Sketchy. Gavin on his outside and Shane outside of them. 3 wide. Somewhat sorted out. Jarek moves into second. Gavin third with Luke moving inside of him. And Jarek's making a run for that lead again. He's inside of Joe. Maybe Joe worked a deal with him. Let him lead 1 lap. Joe and Shane need all the help they can get to try to catch Gavin in the points chase. As we are on the second half of the schedule now, after the winter break. Oh, 3 wide in that second row. Gavin got really close to Shane on the outside, but they all keep it straight. Shane ducks in behind him. Shane going to the low line. Thought about maybe going apron, but he will not. He'll stay in, tucked inside behind Luke. I would imagine tire fall off's going to start to be a thing here eventually, as they're almost working lap number 10. Laps are at least going by fast here. Shane's making a move to the outside of Joe, 3 wide. Had Joe cleared for a second, but he's out there all by himself. Luke's looking outside, thinking about maybe trying to make a pass on leader Jarek. Looks like he has a bit of a run. Neither driver has much help behind him. I love Joe's Gavin Groburkchan car. Got Rob and Brent still just kind of chilling in the back, waiting to see what happens. Shane, Luke, and Jarek 3 wide for the lead, though. Bet Jarek's going to hold it. Pretty intense stuff. Let's see if I can get an onboard shot with these guys here. See what they're dealing with. We're on board Joe. We'll get some live camera action going on. Luke to his outside. It's boxed in right now. There's Shane looking to make it 3 wide. Nope, he's going to think better of it. Jarek's doing the right thing, holding the inside line. Oh, Luke getting really close, trying to side draft Joe. Jarek maybe trying to make a block. Successfully does. Luke couldn't really move outside. Shane was right there. And Luke hanging tough on the outside with Joe. These guys are only, looks like centimeters apart. Joe falls back a little bit. Shane's moving up in there. I think Shane would like to lead a lap, get a bonus point here. He's going to pull inside of Luke. Oh, maybe a little bit loose. Shane's right in line with Jarek. He's clear all around at the moment. Luke and Joe side by side. Behind them, Gavin, Robin, Brent just biding their time. Shane's looking outside of Jarek, but couldn't make it happen. No big lifts right there for Joe and Shane, I believe.
That was some sketchy stuff, boys. Well, that lasted, man. Good job, everybody.
Shane's trying to get a side draft on him, can't quite make it happen. Joe's pushing up a little bit from that white line. Shane's going to be able to duck in line behind him. Oh, Joe's making a move to the inside of Jarek, all the way to the apron. I showed him this move in practice. He makes it happen, and he holds it. Looking back at Jarek. Oh my gosh, I think Jarek made some contact with him. Shane's looking outside. This is getting intense. They know they have 2 faster pairs, and I think they intend to use them both if they have to. Still on board with Joe, looking back at Jarek. Jarek's going to pull down to the apron. Joe gives him some room. Shane's coming behind Joe at the run, pulls outside. They're 3 wide. Oh! And that's going to be a yellow flag.
I don't know how we got through that, man. I was just trying to get around the outside before they washed up.
Let's see what happened here. It looked like maybe just... Let's see. I'm gonna watch in slow motion. So Jarek's inside of Joe, and it looks like maybe Shane got loose and started coming down or something. Joe looks like he did hold his line pretty good, so I have to say maybe Shane got loose or something, because the car jolted pretty quickly to the left. So faster pair is going to be used up here. on lap 15 of 100.
Yes.
Yes, there's damage, but 2 fast repairs. Yeah, commentator's curse, Austin. That's right. Joe looks like
I'm only on like 3 wheels.
Yep, Joe looks like he's got some damage going
I
on
don't know
here.
how you passed me on the apron. Like, I can't believe it stuck.
Yeah, that was wild. Like, I was just talking to him about going from map 8 to map 1 and the power difference. And I'm like, yeah, look at the power difference. And I just like yanked by you.
Oh, Joe utilizing the maps on the in the car. As there's Joe limping back. Shane having to tow, it looks like. Everyone else coming into pit. So there's Joe. This will be a good little reset here. We'll go back and I want to ride on board with Luke as he tried to get through that. Oh wait, that's practice. Let's go to the race. That's what we really want. So we got we'll ride on board with Luke here and see what he saw. We'll wait for the yellow flag to clear up. That's where Joe makes the move to the inside on the apron. We'll fast forward a lap here. See, Shane gets a run on. Joe goes outside. Wow. Crazy stuff. But
Dale,
made it through.
are restarts on the green flag?
No, restarts are on leader. Restarts are on leader. Only initial start on green flag.
Sounds good.
As now we're on the blimp cam. Gavin is the leader, it looks like. Let's see where we're sitting as far as results. Shane only lost 1 lap, it looks like, in that situation. So he'll be looking for another caution, hopefully, to get that back. Are you guys coming to the one to go right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're on one to go right now.
Okay, so coming to the green. Alright. I was going to speed it up if I need to, but we're good. We're live. We're still on the blimp cam. We'll probably let it ride here for a bit. Excuse me. Single file restarts. Gavin came out of the pits with the lead. Got Jarek, Luke. Then Brent, Rob, Joe, and Shane with the fast repair. And we are green.
Green flag.
Yeah, with a good start. Don't know if he's going to be able to really pull away, but there's a good gap to him, Jarek, Luke, and Joe side by side. Then Brent, Rob, and Shane. Joe's hanging out on the high side, a little slow. Brent's going to go by him, no problem. Interesting. We'll see what happens here. Luke looking to make a move.
Jumped the start, so he's trying to give it back.
Oh, I see. Okay. Good on you, Joe. Good on you. Luke makes the pass for second. And going to the outside for the lead with Gavin. Luke will lead it at the line. That's going to be some bonus points there for Luke. He must have heard Joe talking about the engine maps. And he is taking full advantage here. Looking back at Gavin in the field behind him. Already almost 1/5 of the way through the race. It's going pretty quick with all the green flag laps. Looks like Joe's bringing it into the pits. Not sure exactly what happened. Must have been a penalty on his end. Shane's looking to get his lap back the hard way. There is lucky dogs though, so if there's a yellow flag, he'll get his lap back with that. Gavin's staying in line with Luke here. Shane's got Brent on the outside there trying to make some progress up, but can't do anything at the moment. Let's see if we can find good TV cam again here. Do some static TV here. Look at that field flying off into one. Shane the lone man on the outside trying to make something happen, but it's going to be pretty tough with no help. Joe has fallen a lap down as well, so Shane might need to be fighting with Joe for the lucky dog position. I assume this pack will probably catch Joe pretty quickly. Oh no, Shane's already ahead of Joe, I see. At least that's what it looks like on my ticker. Let me double check. Yes, he is. Okay. So maybe they're coming to put Joe a second lap down. Luke's still leading. Gavin second. Jarek third. Shane's fourth in line right there. Still working to try to get that lap back the hard way. He does have one more fast repair. Got nothing to lose. Gavin on his inside maybe does. Brent thought about coming up. Yeah, he's going to stay behind Shane. Maybe try to give him some aero help. These guys are catching Joe. Where will Joe go when they get to him? It's a big question. Meanwhile, Luke's out front just clicking off laps in the lead. Looking to get the 2 extra bonus points for leading the most laps. Brent on the inside of Gavin. Nope, can't make it work. Gonna fall back a little bit. Shane trying to work around the outside of Gavin. Luke's gonna go up and give Shane a bit of a tow. Shane's got a bit of a run. Might be getting some help from Joe there too as far as the draft goes. Shane, as of right now, is back on the lead lap. If I was a lesser individual, I'd say there's debris and I'd throw a yellow flag right now, but I won't do that. Joe's going to be running the outside here. Shane's trying to get a draft on him. But Luke with the short way around pulls back ahead. Shane's able to get around Joe, sort of. Yep, clear of him. Well, Shane was back on the lead lap the old-fashioned way for a minute. Gavin looked like he was peeking on the inside. Jarek behind him is definitely peeking. That's a pace car. A 3 wide there on the 3rd row back. Bobbing and weaving. Jarek not sure where to go. Shane's going to dip back outside. Not going to stay in line. Just trying to take all the runs he can. Gavin content just to ride right there on the inside. Jarek's going to stay in line with Gavin on that inside. Brent and Rob still hanging towards the back. Joe is tagged on the back of the pack.
Alright, Gavin almost hopped up and murdered me.
It's all good. It's a bumpy track. Could happen. Oh, Jarek clipped the apron a little bit. That looked a little really sketchy. Rob's going toward the top. With a bit of a run. Nope. He's just chilling out there. Looks like these guys are all content to just sit. Joe, 2 laps down. So he's not really battling Shane for the lucky dog. He needs a caution to come out and Shane to get the lucky dog, and then he would be in the lucky dog spot after that. As we are coming up to complete lap 29, these guys are still battling hard though, Shaded Joe. Brent and Rob just chilling back there with them. Rob's really kind of falling off. I think he's just taking it easy. Maybe he's trying to time his runs. Hard to say. He fell back quite a ways. Maybe even too far. I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Shane's still hanging tough on the outside. Definitely giving these guys a good run. Joe's coming up behind them, going to get a run going to the outside. 30 laps into the race. Shane side by side with Jarek. Jarek's getting really flirty with that apron. It's pretty sketchy. Shane gets in line behind Jarek for just a second and then ducks back out. Well, there's just not a whole lot they can do right now. Oh no, Noah, that's alright. You ain't missed a whole lot. This is crazy stuff, but we had one caution. I think Shane kind of got loose on Joe's outside, came down into him. Shane lost 1 lap towing. Joe has lost 2 laps for having to pit, I think, with a penalty or something, perhaps. So Shane's trying to get his lap back here. Luke's been leading for quite a bit with Gavin and Jarek in tow. Oh my goodness, excuse me. And it's just been like this the whole time. Here's your standings as they are right now. Luke's bobbing and weaving here, trying to protect all the lanes. He would like to lead the most laps. That would give you 3 bonus points total, as opposed to just 1 for leading a single lap. Shane's outside of Jarek. Jarek pushing up a little bit, maybe trying to scare him. Top 3 remain the same. Luke, Gavin, and Jarek. Brent and Rob have been chilling at the back. Rob has been able to catch back up, no problem. Stand by. Yes, landed. Oh, yeah? You're in there? I can't wait to see it. I'll see you after this race, okay? Alright, bud. Oh, excuse me. Running order remains the same. Luke looks like he's trying to go up and give Shane a bit of a tow down the straightaway. Shane's almost up to even with Gavin, but it's just hard to move around that outside with no help. Gavin dancing around. Jarek looks like he wants to dive up, but Shane keeps getting to his outside right as he wants to. Not allowing him to make that move. After that first wreck, these guys take a little bit easy. Shane with a big run outside. Just can only take it so far, unfortunately. So here we stand. Maybe we'll try going back on board with someone, give them that announcer's jinx or something. We're on board with Jarek here. Excuse me. There's Shane still fighting to his outside. Doing everything he can. Jarek's just chilling, staying right here in the inside lane. Gavin looks like he's trying to look to see what he can do, but probably also just biding his time. Probably rather go for the win than leading laps. Here goes Shane to the outside again. Oh, Gavin popped up a little bit, scared Shane. Good save.
Didn't scare me. Oh, sure.
Oh, and Jarek drifts up. Jarek drifts up finally and caught Shane. And massive stuff. Sure enough, the
That was
announcer's
insane.
curse works again. All we
Jarek
got.
with the commentator's curse on that one.
Yep. Worked like a charm. I mean, didn't work out for Shane like we were hoping, but there's Jarek, there's Shane, both damaged. Shane will have to use his last fast repair, I would imagine. At least he does not have to tow this time. Hopefully he has his tires unchecked. I think I have unlimited tires this time around though, but doesn't have to tow. There will be no lucky dog, I think, because he was involved in the caution, perhaps. I think that's how that works. Luke staying out? Is that what I see? Or is that Joe's? Joe's staying out. So Joe will get a wave around and be only one lap down this time. There's Jarek's trying to get it going. He's like stuck in the grass. It is rolling though. There it goes. He got it out of the grass. He's going to be able to get it back to the pits, maybe. Without towing. Shane's got the fast repair on. He's up and away. Here comes Jarek's destroyed car.
Evans is pitting.
Joe coming into pits, so he will not get the wave around. Or maybe he will. I don't know. I don't know where the pace car was at or anything. Coming out of the pits, it's Luke, Gavin, and Rob. I guess we can go back and take a look real quick while we wait and see. Jarek is trying to get into his pit stall. There he goes, able to get into it now. So we'll see what happens here as they come around the front stretch. I'll try to slow-mo it here. I believe this is where it happens.
Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Maybe not. Nope, must be next lap. Yep, there's Shane with the big run. Gavin scoots up. Kind of scares him a little bit. So here comes Jarek with a bit of a run. And then, yeah, it looks like Jarek just started coming up and got into Shane. Huge wreck. Both would probably be dead in real life. Shane goes for some massive cartwheels. Look at that. That is a shot and a half. At least 5 or 6
Did I get Luke or
cartwheels.
Shane turn me?
From what I'm looking at, it looks like you just kind of moved up into his lane. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but that's just what it looks like from the replay. So, just one more time from the back view, just to do our due diligence here and see what happened. Jarek's on the inside, Shane's on the outside. We'll use that seam as kind of our marker, and yeah, Jarek just drifted up. Perhaps some netcode, maybe. Like as your car started drifting up, looked like netcode kind of just caught it and brought you into Shane. Unfortunately, that's kind of what I'm going to chalk it up to a little bit. Just tough stuff. But we're back green. Jarek, I think, still on the lead lap. He is. Shane's 1 lap down. Joe's 1 lap down. That'll be a battle for position. Let's see what they got going on here. Joe's. Let's get our cameras going again here. There we go. I like they have a TV dynamic here on Autoclub. It's pretty cool. We got Jarek. Shane's right in front of him. We got Rob, Gavin, and Luke. Luke's still leading. Gavin second. Rob third. Jarek being scored in fourth at the moment. Rob's trying to look outside of Gavin. Not really a whole lot of help. Shane and Joe battling. And then there's Joe and Brent hanging out back. Shane, big run to the outside of Gavin. He's definitely giving everything he's got. Jarek's going to be looking inside of Shane. So Jarek back up there. Rob is falling back a little bit. Shane, big move to the top lane there behind Joe. That was scary looking from the head-on camera shot I had. Does Shane maybe have a bit of damage on the front end? Let me see if I can look at his car here. Nope, maybe not. It's just the coloration of it. Looks fine from here. Watch the battle for second with Jarek and Gavin here. We're almost halfway through the race. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Oh, Shane and Joe getting really close there for a second. Joe making a move to the outside. Maybe Shane and Joe can try to work together here and get around these guys, get back in the lead lap together. I don't know how possible that is, but it would be an option. Shane looks like he's kind of hung out to dry at the moment, though. He's got got Rob on his inside. He's falling back a little bit. Jarek dipping a look outside of Gavin. No run though. Halfway through the race now though. Everyone's just kind of riding. Here goes Rob to the outside. Not sure what the fuel situation looks like again for these guys. I'd imagine they can't go too long. They're pretty much flat out the entire time around. Could we see a spin when someone tries to pit, lock up the brakes, something like that? Now we're getting single file here. Everyone maybe just trying to ride, click off some laps. Top three right in line, then Joe behind him, the lap car. Shane's coming up behind Joe now. He's gotten around Rob. Will they try to get something working? Shane shoots to the outside of Joe, gets around him. Does Joe move up? No, but Shane's able to get in the line in front of Joe. Shane's moving up. Joe looks like he might want to go with him, but he stays in line. Jarek moving up, kind of blocking Shane a little bit. Doesn't really need to do that. Shane's a lap down at the moment. Really tight there, 1 and 2. Jarek trying to look inside of Gavin. Nothing happening. Shane moves outside of Jarek. Give it to him. He's doing everything he can, but kind of just stuck right now when those front three stay single file. Hey, don't worry, JB. We were just passing lap 55. We've had a couple cautions, but nothing too bad. Everyone's still on track. We do run 2 faster pairs for ovals here. We got Luke Klesdick leading, Gavin second, Jarek Evans third. My brother Shane's fourth in line, but he's a lap down. He's trying to get the lap back the hard way. Unless there's a caution, he can get away around. He's side by side with Jarek right there on the inside. Behind him is Joe DeMoisic. He's also a lap down. Currently running 7th, and then behind them we have Rob Gronosowski, who's on the lead lap, and behind him Brent Smith. Rob's running 4th, Brent's running 5th, Shane's 6th, Joe 7th. Oh, Jarek looking to go inside of Gavin, doesn't end up pulling the trigger on it. Shane outside of them decides to just kind of stay there. It doesn't look like Joe has really much to stay with Shane. I'm getting some weird graphical glitch, but it looks like a little vortice coming off the rear wing. That's kind of cool. I don't even know if that comes through on the stream. I don't believe it is like a little air vortice. It's just some kind of streaking. Let me get you guys back to the big screen. There we go. My mistake. Yep, Joe just hanging back a little bit behind Shane. Can't quite give him any help. By design or just by circumstance, not entirely sure. Luke's been leading this one for probably a majority of it at this point, I would say. I'd say Luke's led probably 30 laps or so, if not more. Jarek looks like he wants to try to make a move on Gavin, but Shane's there again. Man, these cars are darty. Shane's looking outside of Jarek again, but man, if you protect that inside, there is nothing they can do. Looks like Joe may have fallen off of Shane a little bit. There's nothing doing as soon as Shane goes to pull out the pass. It's like a parachute. Just stalls everything. And it's hard. You don't really want to side draft because then you risk contact, and I know Shane's already out of faster pairs, so. Can't fault him for trying, though. Joe's kind of catching up to him. Rob and Brent chilling back there as well. 40 laps to go. I don't know about these guys, but for me, it's counting down actually pretty quick. See if these guys can keep it green, even though that's not what Shane and Joe want. They want just one caution at least. Getting back in the lead lap. Gavin looks content just to sit there and ride right now in second. Jarek kind of looks like he wants to try to make a move, but there's not really a whole lot he can do. And then Shane keeps taking each run he can get, but can only get side by side with Jarek, and after that it seems to be about it. No one behind Shane to give him any kind of aero push, no one in front of him to give him a pole. Just kind of on his own. It's going to be probably a single file train until the last few laps, so then you might see some guys try to start making some moves. But man, it looks like if you hug that inside, there ain't a whole lot you can do. Not gonna be a whole lot going on. We'll see. Rob and Brent still chilling in the back. They're playing the long game. Just log laps. Make it to the end. At this point, Luke might have the most laps led locked up. It's hard to say. I'm not sure exactly when he got into the lead. I know Jarek led for the first portion. Gavin got the lead on a pit exchange, but then Luke got it from him and has not looked back. Now, do you want to be leading coming to the white flag or the checkered flag? Probably not. Probably not, but oh goodness, we're not quite there yet to even be worrying about that. Shane's still fighting on the outside, but just no help. Joe doesn't look like he can even get a run. I don't know if he's saving fuel or what. That's another thing too. Pit stops, I would imagine, are coming up soon. I have no idea. That could be a big deal. I don't know if any of these guys practice their pit entries. Well, I know Shane did, but don't know about the rest of them. Brent maybe, or Luke perhaps. Jarek slowing down. Got bogged down or something. Shane made a move, couldn't get around him. Luke right now is going to have to pit first because he is using the most fuel. Jarek's through the grass. Jarek's sliding. We'll throw the yellow for that.
Is there a caution for that? What's going on?
Full course caution. Watch out.
Yeah, sorry. I had to get to the button. All right. I think that will give a lucky dog to Shane.
Pits are open.
And Jarek's doing some donuts here. Having a hard time getting it going here. Shane, does it show you as being a lucky dog candidate?
Oh, God, yeah, it does. Alright, Gavin decided to stop for Jarek for a moment there.
Yeah, Jarek was like flopping around. I think he was worried that he was going to run into him or something. Did you get
pit? Do I still get the lucky dog?
Yes, you can pick it the lucky dog. That's only for wave rounds. Jarek's struggling though. I didn't see exactly what happened to Jarek there. We're gonna go back and look.
When I was behind him, it looked like he just lost it on the bumps coming out of F4.
And we'll see right here. Yep, he just got on the apron and that was it, and then went for a ride. It kind of backed it into the wall. Oh, and backed into the outside wall. I think it would have been okay if he not backed it into the outside wall.
Guys, pit lane's closed.
Smith,
No,
in
it's
front is pitting.
yeah. I think it's just close for you. It's lead lap cars first, and then
Oh, dang it!
you'll get a pit after that. And it looks like Jarek has left. Unfortunate. Thank you for coming and racing, though, Jarek. Some tough luck flipping that apron. It's definitely not easy. So we are live currently. Have to find someone other than Jarek at the moment. Looks like Luke wins the race off pit road. Gavin behind him, then Rob, Joe, and Brent. And here comes Shane to get his pit service done. And he will be back on the lead lap. Jarek will be looking for revenge in the team demo race. Gonna restart with about 30 laps to go. So now Shane's got his lap back. Jarek is out. So the worst you could finish at the moment is 6th. That's all good, Jarek. It happens, man. I appreciate you coming out and racing with us, though. Led some
Dan,
laps.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Shane's gonna get his lap back here, and we'll see what happens. 30 to go as it sits right now. Yeah, it's hard. These drafting tracks, you gotta look in the mirror so much. But we'll see if Gavin can do anything with Luke. I don't know if these guys can make it to the end on.
It's gonna be really tight
Black
on fuel
box
for me.
shows 30.8 for me.
Oh man, it is gonna
Yeah,
be
we're
tight.
cutting it freaking close.
It's gonna be tight then. Might want to be saving fuel. Oh, I'm sorry, Jarek. I didn't see Shane do anything wrong. It's just tight racing. He's trying to fight and get his lap back. That first incident, like I said, was probably a netcode deal because you guys were nowhere near each other, and all of a sudden looked like your car shot up and then got hooked. So you could, I know you can't rewind the stream right now, but we can go back and look at it. There was nothing either of you guys really did wrong, it looked like, but we're going green. We're moving on.
Green, green, green. Let's go.
I think Luke was waiting on green, but it's on leader if he chose to go before that. He's got a bit of a gap to Gavin and Rob. Yeah, he's trying to get his lap back, Jarek. I mean, what can you say? Trying to make something happen. Can anyone make anything happen now, though? Luke, Gavin, Rob. Brent is technically in 4th, even though I believe Joe is the 4th car in line. And you got Brent and Shane, or Shane and Brent. Hey, hey! Thank you for the sub nonetheless, Jarek. Appreciate it. Got to try out the new sound effects as well. That was cool. Like to see it, like to see it. Worked as good as I imagined. I can make him a little bit bigger though for next time. Oh, unfortunately, you didn't hear no sounds. Huge. Huge. I'm gonna see if I can fix that right now.
Has just posted a 32.21.
It did not work as I imagined it would appear. Unfortunate. I heard it though. Oh well. We tried. The alerts are on. Maybe they're only on for me. Oh well, we'll get him in the next one. So Luke's able to hold on to the lead here. He's got Gavin behind him. Shane has worked his way back up. Let's see at the top, that works, yeah. You're up there on that one at least, but there was like an engine revving sound that was supposed to be heard. Maybe you couldn't hear it over everything else being really loud, I don't know. But appreciate the sub nonetheless. So now Shane's riding behind Joe, who's tucked in behind Gavin. Joe's still a lap down. Shane's working to the outside of Joe, working to the outside of Gavin. He is pulled even with Gavin. Joe thought about going up there, but Joe's going to stick low, hangs him out to dry. But Shane's holding tough here. He's second that time by across the line. Joe's coming in to fill the gap there. It's tight, but not much you can do. Shane's going to sit out top. Coming to 25 to go this time by. What's going to happen now? Luke's loving all the clear track he's seeing in front of him. There we go, we're going to TV3 here. See Gavin chasing down Luke. We'll go here as I take one more bathroom break. Get ready to start my dinner, put it in the oven. Oh man, looks like Shane has gotten clear of Joe and is now running in third. These guys are down to 20 to go. We need some green flag laps if we're all going to make it into the team demo race. That starts in like 30 minutes. We can stay green here for most of the way. It should be all right. Is everyone content to just ride in line now? That's the big thing. Got Luke Gavin, Shane. Shane's pulling out, trying to get around Gavin. He pulls ahead of Gavin, but there's nowhere for him to get in. Tries to scare him. Kind of got up on Luke, but he couldn't. Didn't have enough to get it all the way to the lead. He's still hanging tough outside of Gavin. Joe is sticking down low though, not giving any help. Not sure really any aerial push would help at that point anyways, but Shane's working on it. He's timing out his runs, seeing what he can do. Rob Gronostowski and Brent Smith stay far back. They're taking it easy. That's right. Fuel is going to be tight for these guys. Fuel is going to be extremely tight. So Rob and Brent are maybe saving. Gavin, I'm sure, is saving behind Luke. Luke is the only one right now, the question mark. Will he be able to make it? Leading all these laps just to run out would be pretty heartbreaking. $16 laps to go. 15 next time by. Joe is hoping for one more wreck. He needs that lap back. Shane goes outside of Gavin again. Can't really make anything happen. Oh, maybe a little bit. They're almost even right there for a second. But man, the corners the long way around just does not help. As he falls back in behind Gavin again. I don't foresee Shane going with Gavin if Gavin goes to make a move. He wants Gavin to finish as far back as possible. He needs to get every good finish he can out of it. Looks like maybe he's trying to lay back, see how big of a run he can get. We're at 15 to go. It'll be 14 when they cross the line this time. Getting down to it. And immediately after this, we'll be hopping into the Team Demolition Racing session and having some fun in that, blowing off some steam. I'm sure Jarek will be there out for vengeance, whatever you want to call it. Still want to know why my alerts were not working, but it's all good. I'll have to figure it out. Oh, we'll work on that next time. Oh, it's tightening up. Looks like Rob and Brent are maybe trying to close back in now. Maybe they feel like they've saved enough fuel. Like I said, the question mark is Luke up front because he is using probably the most fuel. Clouds are rolling in. Looks like a cold day, just like it is really outside. Could I? I probably could, Jarek. We'll try it after this race, maybe. Yeah, I can go to my overlay thing and then just trigger a sound. Where's next week? That's a good question. I will double check for you real quick. Next week we are at Watkins Glen, the regular Cup Series layout. That's going to be intense as well. That is, I believe, 40 laps at Watkins Glen. This has a smaller track, or quicker track, I guess, as far as road courses go. But here we go, 10 to go at the line right there. Luke has pretty much locked up the most laps led. I will go ahead and say that now. Gavin, Shane, Joe fourth in line, but sixth on track. Rob and Brent. Shane looking outside now again of Gavin. Can he make it happen? He's even with them. Luke looked like he had to lift a little bit. Allows Shane to hang outside of Gavin a little bit more. Gavin can't make the move with a run on Luke. Even at the line for second place, I think Gavin had it just barely. Is Luke maybe trying to save a little bit of gas out front now by lifting? Shane couldn't make it happen again. I would say Shane could try going inside of Gavin, but then he risks having to run the apron if Gavin does not let him in. Which I would imagine Gavin would not. He would hold his line right there and force Shane to take them both out or lift. So pretty much the only move he can do is try to go outside. You're not going to be able to make it all the way around the apron 3 and 4 full throttle, or 1 and 2. You would have to lift, otherwise you're going to loop it. Do some dynamic TV cams here. As we watch Luke leading Gavin, Shane, Joe, Rob, and Brent. That's the order in which they run on the track. Shane's got a bit of a run here. He pulls even with Luke. He's not quite clear. They're even. They're even. Shane's out there all by himself, hung out to dry. You know, Gavin ain't gonna go with him at the line. Who led that time around? Looks like it was still Luke by 5/100ths of a second. Is that knowledge that Shane can use for later? Can he time that run again? There'll be 5 to go this time by. Gavin's looking outside. Shane actually goes with him. Gavin can't quite clear him. They touch, and everyone's dead.
Caution, watch out.
Luke goes around.
Pits are open.
And that is a big time caution. Luke tows immediately. Gavin's destroyed. He might have to tow. Shane won't have to tow, but he is probably out of fast repairs. Rob got in that as well. So Joe will get the lucky dog, and Brent, who was the only one to not die in that wreck, has assumed the lead. Luke had to tow. I believe Rob had to tow. I believe Shane was able to, he is driving it to the pits. Gavin ended up towing, I believe. Massive stuff. Shane's probably not going to be able to get back in the race. I imagine it's going to be too much damage to repair without a fast repair. Gavin went to make his move. There was about 4 laps left. And just too close. Got too tight right there.
Yep.
They were all going for it. I will say that. We'll go on board the rear wing of Luke. There's Gavin looking to the outside. Luke actually downshifts. And Gavin just tried to clear him. More net code. Got Gavin loose into the wall. And I think maybe when Luke made contact that damaged his car slightly, because then he loops it. Yeah, Gavin got loose and just went up and murdered Shane. Nothing Shane could do there.
He needs someone to show him how to run the outside.
And then Rob got clipped, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Yeah, was dead. All right, so now, will there be anyone left? It might just be Brent and Joe. If Gavin and Rob both had to tow, Shane has too much damage to repair. Luke has disconnected. He must have had to tow and been out of it. Gavin's towing. Rob is towing. So there are only 2 cars on track for this green-white checkered finish. Joe, after all that time, is probably going to have a shot. Wow. Crazy stuff. Oh, someone's coming out of the pits. Looks like probably Gavin, perhaps. So Gavin and Rob may get back on track. I would probably put Shane to finish 5th.
Next time by.
As it stands. I don't know if this is going to be a green-white checkered. I don't know if it'll be the natural green-white checkered. I really don't have any way to tell. There's Rob. He's back on track. Is he on the lead lap, though? I don't know. Let me look. He is not. It is a battle between Brent and Joe. Rob and Gavin lap down. They will be battling for 3rd. Shane's going to finish 5th. Luke, after leading all those laps, will finish 6th. And Jarek 7th. So, hey, at least Luke's got all those laps led. He'll get some bonus points out of it. But Brent, Mr. Cool, playing it smart, playing it chill. He's gonna have a chance to win it here. I think it'll put Rob in front of Joe, even though Joe is technically ahead of them, but he got the lucky dog, so by rule he has to start at the back of the field. Not that it's gonna matter. Anything can happen here in 2 laps. And hopefully these guys can get it done in 15 minutes because we got a team demo race to run. This will be it. Pace car's pulling off. And we will go on to the TV
Green flag.
dynamic view and see what happens here. Brent's got a 2-car buffer between him and the next car he's battling for the win. He will come around and get the white flag. If he can get the white flag, there will be no yellow. Joe's pretty far back. I don't know if there's really a whole lot he can do. Gavin and Rob battling for that 3rd position. Brent doesn't really need to worry about them. How courteous will they be to our leader? Hopefully at least a little bit. They're battling side by side. Can we get to the white flag? Yes, it'll be official. Rob's holding Gavin down there to where Gavin can't do anything. As long as Joe cannot get some ungodly type run, this will be Brent's race to lose. Gavin's practically pushing him down the back straightaway. Joe does look like he has a bit of a run. It might be too little too late though. Here comes Joe. Joe's looking outside. Gavin trying to get to Rob, but no, Rob's going to take 3rd. Joe will get 2nd, Gavin 4th. And that'll give Shane 5th.
Oh.
Great race in the end. Nicely done. Congratulations, Brent. Way to play it smart and be there at the end.
Hey, appreciate it, Dale. Appreciate everybody. I was tense, man. Just trying to play the fuel mileage game and stay out of everybody's way.
Yeah, well.
And Brent, that was awesome, man. I knew you had a good strat going. Right on.
Yep. Thank you, Gavin and Rob, for being courteous and not taking out the leader there when you guys were a lap behind. Appreciate it. Joe made it close at the end, though. He was coming with a run.
Yeah, I was trying, but it was so not worth trying to wreck anything. Just take the P2.
Yeah, I agree. Good race, boys. That was fun. That was a lot more chaotic than I expected for 7 cars, but made it fun to watch.